Okay, now we've just given out a party favor, and we have one little coda to this conversation. So Seth is reporting what he found about the Seth and Alta ancestry.
So I've done a little work, and it's not 100% accurate necessarily, but Seth and Alta's ancestors. Where do you think most, in terms of the country, where they came from before they came to the United States? Where most of them from? Okay, number one. Let's guess number one.
England.
England. Okay, mostly English.
What percentage?
What percentage, roughly? 100%. Somebody gave away the answer because I gave it to him before. It's 97% English. 97% English. So for all of you, for that portion of your family, Seth and Alta portion is 97% English. What's the number two?
Ireland.
Irish. Russia. I haven't heard it yet.
Hungarian. Irish.
Still haven't heard it yet. Number two is Dutch. About a little over 1% Dutch. Mostly I think come from the Greek troops line. So number two is Dutch. Now guess what's number three? This one you're probably not going to get. I heard it. Number three is Russian. Now this may or may not be true, but I think it's true. There's a man named Christian Dolhoff, who is an ancestor of D-O-L-H-O-O-F. When I saw that, I thought, well, that's probably Dutch. But I looked into it. We don't know where his parents came from. There's no information on that. But he lived in New Hampshire in the 1630s. And I looked it up, and most genealogists think that he was a Russian nobleman who fled to America because of religious persecution. And his name originally was Dolgov, but it got changed to Dolgov. So anyway, we've got a little smidgen of Russian in us. So, the last little thing is the second question of, well, you know, most of our ancestors, did they come before or after the Revolutionary War? What do you guys think?
Before.
That is true, before. What percentage roughly?
64.
It's pretty high. It's something like 93% came before the Revolution War. Most of those, maybe 90 or a little over 90%, in the 1600s. So Seth and Alta's family have been in the United States for a long, long time, not as old as anybody. You know, European ancestry. But yeah, do you have something to say?
One of the ancestors was a signer of the Declaration of Independence. Stephen Hopkins, who was the first governor of Rhode Island. And if you look on your back of the $2 bill, there's a picture of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. And while I don't know the authenticity of that, he was a signer of the Declaration of Stephen Hopkins.
Wow. So, and then only about 6% were English coming in the 1800s. So you guys, the Seth and Alta family portion of your ancestry is English and old and a little Dutch and a little bit of Russian.
So we have that to share. Could you send that around on email?
Sure,
If you send it to me, I'll try to get it out to the family.
That'd be good to have.
Rich.
I wanted to say that some of the descendants, I just wanted to point out that some of the descendants are going to be alive in the year 2100.
Wow! Isn't that an interesting thought? We have those among us here who will be alive at the next turn of the century.
2100.
So these generations continue on, don't they? Thank you for sharing. Okay, great. So we'll take a break. We'll go on the hunt for some kind of treats. Is that right?